Hello, this is LJ Motivate for you. If today is your first time of watching my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And today I'm going to talk about why do I think that communication is so important? Because there's so many emphases that communication, and I was like, okay, I'm going to talk about why I believe communication is important. Now, communication is important because without communication, what do we do? I know it's not about verbally communicating that shows that we're communicating. Our body language actually even shows more of how we are communicating, right? But I believe that communication is so important in a relationship because if I don't know what you're thinking, or if you don't know what I'm thinking, obviously you're gonna probably be thinking that all is well. Just imagine maybe you're doing same things that I do not find I don't I'm not comfortable with it, or I don't like it, right? And I'm not able to explain to you. I'm not able to communicate what I'm feeling to you, and or you're not able to communicate with me. How do we move on in a healthy relationship, or how do we build a home, right? More especially if we have children, how do we build a healthy home, right, without communication? And how do we teach our children if we can't even communicate? That communication can actually eliminate so many things that could impact our relationship, or that could impact a relationship. So I believe that communication helps two people to understand things so easily. Communication, a clear communication, and don't forget not just to communicate, because you can be yabby communicating or explaining something, and if the other person is not listening, then it becomes less important, right? So communicating, and the person that you're communicating with is listening by making you understand that they're following up with what you're saying, it helps grow a fantastic relationship. It creates a good understanding. Communicating without not you're not trying to be like the leader of the communication, or you're not trying to dominate the other person, or you're not trying to gaslight to make that person think that they have gone cuckoo. So if you're not going about that, and you're able to explain, communicate, and sit down and talk about different things that you think that you're not happy with or you're not comfortable with, it helps. If the other person actually is putting 100% as you're putting, if they look at for the best interest of that relationship, it helps both people to build a fantastic relationship. It reduce the level of misunderstanding. It reduces the level of arguments in a home. And the fantastic thing about communicating is you're able to teach your children a skill that they will never forget in their life, a skill that when they grow up and have their own family someday, if they choose to, or if they're in a friend's environment, or they happen to be in a social gathering, you have taught them a fantastic skill that will live with them forever. The art to communicate and listen. Because there's difference between you communicating and you struggle to listen. But if you can communicate and listen, you've got the keys in building relationship, in creating friendship. Fantastic quality that can never be taken away from you, that will just make you stand out in everywhere you go, or in any setting you end up to be around. And the more you communicate and you can listen, people end up people will treat you the way you want to be treated. And the less you are even angry, because you're able to listen and you're able to communicate and see where people are coming from. So it's a fantastic of a behavior, or is a fantastic skill that I personally believe it's so important in our life: communication and listening. I hope you get the gist, and I hope that you got very inspired.